welcome to Lionheart Dreamweaving. My name is Matthew, and today I have for you a pick-a-card style tarot reading. And the subject today will be about relationships. Now this will be a general reading, a sort of a vibe check, energy check, for any particular type of person or relationship that you have. So this won't be specifically only for romantic relationships, but of course you can apply it to that if that's what's on your mind, or any other type of relationship, circumstance, entanglement you have with someone. So we have 4 options here, and what you can do is sort of tune into the energy of the pile or the stone, or just what resonates with you while you're thinking of the person in question. So bring the person to mind that you're sort of curious about, and then from there you can go ahead and choose one of these 4 options here. I'll show you a little bit closer the stones. Hopefully we'll be able to see the colors as well. My lighting is not the best right now, but this is green adventurine, I believe. Yes, and this one is red jasper. This blue one is sodalite. Okay, and then the last one, the yellowish, orangish one, goldish one is citrine, whitish also. Citrine. So you can go ahead and look in the description box down below to find the timestamps for the particular reading, and go ahead and click on that, and I will see you there. Greetings, pile number 1. Those of you who chose this green adventurine stone. Go ahead, I guess, and have the person in mind that we're going to do this reading for. We're going to do a general energy check of the current vibe, current situation. So we have here first hummingbird. We have 7 of swords, knight of swords, possibilities, which is 2 of wands. Okay. Turning in, and the outsider. Okay, and the turning in is the 4 of cups, and the outsider is the 5 of pentacles. Okay, all right, so this is a bit of a complex energy going on here. Okay, there's I want to say, it's maybe not the nicest, but there's someone here that's in a little bit of a lower vibe energy. In contrast, we have here with this hummingbird. Hummingbird is very high vibrational, right? And you have here, sorry about that. What you have here with the tuning in, like I'm seeing these sort of connecting together, like this very high vibrational being maintaining their own aura here, like it's a protective, spiritual, like energetic, emotional, like protection, like psychic protection going on here, and it's coming from this person, which very likely to be you in this scenario, cultivating their spiritual practice, cultivating their energy. And their aura, you're right, like fixing the holes and leaks in their aura that would make them susceptible to more negative influences and psychic attacks. As you can see in this card, there is like these sort of very angry or negative or low vibe entities sort of trying to attack and reach to this person, but they can't do it. They can't reach. And we have here, no one in a relationship reading it, no one of any kind, no one really wants to get the Seven of Swords. It's not so ideal because it sort of implies perhaps a type of deception, lies, cheating, some type of cunning, or in general, just someone thinking very strategically in a little bit of a selfish bent here. And then we have here with this Knight of Swords. Yeah, again, it's like they sort of go together. It's like this theme of someone being very much in the mental, in the strategic, in the and that their communication can be again, a little bit more on the negative end here. Whether it's, I'm not sure if for all of you it might not be outright lies or deception, but it can definitely be, in any case, a little bit of like some type of toxic or harmful type of communication pattern. And and I see like that you have perhaps like taken a step back to analyze, reflect, like to see the bigger picture of the situation, to not be so caught up in the mix of it. Right? Like turning in is sort of like it's a little bit of like a stepping back. It's a retreating from the external world, from the involvement. And in combining with this possibilities, it's sort of like implying to get like a bigger picture view of the situation. And then, but the other person here that could really be feeling like an outsider or left out or something. And honestly, that could be, depending whatever their personal history is, for some people that can be intensely triggering and actually panic them a little bit and get them, their communication style actually can go even further in a negative direction. Like if they're sort of feeling like you've suddenly blocked them out, or like that they can't reach you or affect you in the same way as before, then and they're feeling suddenly like an outsider in that situation, that they could make more desperate or more severe attempts to gain access to you or gain the upper hand in a situation, or to say their point, to make their point heard or something, or to get what they want from you in a situation. I'm sorry that this one came out very negatively. It's I mean, there are sometimes relationships like that in life, right? If this really is not resonating with you at all, I perhaps suggest to pick a different pile or a different video. But like I do see though that regardless, that you are very protected. If this is resonating with you and you are sort of dealing with someone like this and you've had to maybe take a step back, and that you are certainly you're they like, if they're getting upset about this, like it's because they can't reach you and they can't affect you in the same way as before, and that is like triggering for them. So they may seem like to make even more extreme attempts or more aggressive communication or something like this, but just don't let it concern you. You are safe, you are protected, and trust your spirit guides and angels and ancestors. If you communicate to your ancestors, such like this, you can call on them for help. All of your spiritual crew, your helpers, they will also help to fortify your energy and your sort of psychic defenses against any sort of strategy that this person could try to implement to throw you off your balance here, to get into the gain it. Yeah. So, but anyway, I don't think you have anything to worry about. Just just having the knowledge and understanding of the situation and having the bird's eye view, I think, is already giving you a lot of protection. And then, yeah, once you get a little bit of distance from it, and it's not and they aren't able to affect your energy and your emotions so strongly anymore, then you'll be in a much better position. And yeah, just like what you should be focused on is just your health, your well-being, your balance and stability, right? And your vibe, your energy, that you keep your field strong. Yeah. And then everything else will just roll off you like water. All this, like whatever they can try to throw at you from a lower vibration, it will just not have the same effect on you anymore. And yeah. Yeah, nothing to worry about, really. You're okay. You're safe. And yeah, I hope this reading was helpful and meaningful for some of you. And thank you for listening. Yeah. Subscribe if you would like to see more content in the future, if you like my style. And yeah, I appreciate if you like the video, then please click the like button. It will help my channel. And yeah, comment down below. I always like to read the comments if you have something to say. And yeah, thank you. See you next time. Bye. Hello, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. This is a vibe check for any particular relationship you have on your mind. So go ahead, yeah, and think of the person, and we will get started looking at the cards here. You have first Owl, an oracle card. You have 5 of Swords, Queen of Cups, Healing, which is the King of Cups. Okay, interesting that you have King and Queen of Cups in the same reading. You have Participation, which is the 4 of Wands, and Celebration, which is 3 of Cups. Okay, this is very positive, actually. Yeah, this is really nice. This is actually like, this seems like a very supportive relationship. Very caring, very loving, very supportive. And it seems like that you currently now or will very soon be having something to celebrate about also, which is, yeah, that's always really good news, right? Because you have, of course, like this card literally says celebration, and they're literally celebrating. Three of Cups is very much about celebrating good news or celebrating life or friendship or your relationships. And then you also have this, the 4 of Wands, which is another card which can signify the same thing. And it's, yeah, participation. And I'm getting like a very like, a vibe of like very like deeply connected people, or like one or more potentially. It could be particular. This might only be one person if you're only specifically thinking of one person. But yeah, like it's like I'm seeing in general like a weaving, like a very tight bond here, a very supportive, very loving, especially here with this. You have Healing and then the Queen of Cups here. But okay, so interestingly, the side that you got the card on, this is the Vice Versa Tarot. It has 2 sides of the cards. And this is more the normal Queen of Cups side. But on this side, it's a little bit more... it's more emotionally complex. I'll call it like that. And yeah, you can sort of see like what's going on in her inner world, sort of on the backside here. And yeah, so like that for me ties really together with this 5 of Wands, or I'm sorry, 5 of Swords, which like again here, interestingly, so this would be the more normal 5 of Swords here, which sort of indicates conflict or arguments or something like this, but that's not at all what I'm seeing for you in this particular reading. You have this side of the 5 of Swords here, And this can be potentially like after a conflict, you know what I mean? But what I'm getting even more strongly, because it's like connecting, these two are sort of, in my understanding here, in my vision here, they're blending together, and you're getting like these meanings combined, and it's almost more like coming through the other side of an internal conflict, or like an emotional disturbance, or a mental health problems, that you could be feeling a lot better emotionally, a lot more emotionally stable and balanced, and like you're coming through the other side of a rough time mentally, emotionally, particularly emotionally. So yeah, this is actually really positive, really beautiful. And you have it here, like I'm getting a sense of like, yeah, this person has been there for you. They've been very supportive of your healing process, or energies can go vice versa. So maybe this is potentially you have been the one supporting them, and they're feeling better now and more balanced and stable. And this is something for you all to celebrate together. Yeah. But whichever way, you know what I mean, place yourself like in on the role that you see fit. But yeah, someone here is like been very supportive of someone that's been going through a hard time, and it's actually been helping, and their emotional balance is um, restored, and they're just feeling a lot better lately. And then you also, yeah, and then you have this the owl, right? And the owl, typically it's a symbol of wisdom, knowledge, and that's the most straightforward interpretation of it. Mm. I'm seeing also sort of the sense that, the owl is a nocturnal animal, and it navigates very well at night. So it navigates through the darkness, through the shadows, you know. And also, the owl can be potentially a very strong guardian totem. So yeah, I'm getting like a sense here that it's combining with this is sort of representing like the role that this person is playing in your life, or the role that you're playing in their life, whichever. Or maybe it could even go both ways, right? For some, like a little bit, you're both mutually supportive, and yeah. And this is like sort of like a guardian totem, and like someone who's very supportive, protective, and they're able to help also guide through this difficult process, through these inner conflicts or emotional imbalances, psychological imbalances, and so on. And yeah, this is just really beautiful. I'm very happy to see this for you. I'm very happy if you have someone like this in your life, or you are this type of person, um, and yeah, this is the way relationships should be. I feel like this is like a very solid foundation for a healthy, loving relationship here. And again, this is not necessarily romantic. Of course, it can be, but it can be anyone who's just been a very wise, helpful, compassionate, supportive person for your life process here. So yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing for this reading. Thank you very much for watching. I hope it was meaningful, helpful for you somehow. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more content, you like my style, please subscribe. Uh, you can comment down below. Also, I always like to read the comments. I read them all. And yeah, please like the video if you liked it, because that helps my channel to grow. Thank you very much, and bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. And this is meant to be a vibe check, energy check for a particular relationship. So have the person that you're asking about in mind, and we will go ahead and get started looking at the cards. So we have here Vulture. Don't be scared of it. It's actually pretty positive. We have King of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Tower. Interesting. Like you got 3 of these cards and 2 of the other ones, but every other pile had the opposite: 3 of these and 2 of those. But somehow this message wanted to come through with this. So then we also have conditioning, which is the devil card, and another 10 of pentacles. We are the world. Okay. Yo. So there is, interestingly, this is a little bit tricky one to read because there is 2 very different interpretations of this, and for some of you it can be one, and for some of you it can be the other. So now I think you'll just know right away which one you fall into, because one is immensely more positive and one is more of a experience of a relationship ending. So if you're not in the middle or feeling like on the verge of a relationship ending or the relationship being very difficult or toxic feeling, then that interpretation is just not for you, because there's very clearly, with the devil and the tower and the vulture, this can be, for some of you, the ending of a toxic relationship. Okay. And especially also you have 2 10 of pentacles, which talks about stability, and then the tower talking about a stability, a stable foundation cracking, and these people like falling out. Okay. But that's not the only interpretation. So there's also a very much more positive kind of one where it's actually like that you're going through, or they are going through again. The energy, this can be reversed. It can either be you, the one going through the tower moment, or they are the one going through a tower moment. But the point is that you navigate it together as a couple, or if this is not romantic, that like you are each other's shoulder to lean on in any way. But I'm like, this is really a lot more, even more so than the others. This is pretty particularly leaning towards couple pair bonding type of relationships I'm seeing, because we have like specifically this pair here. I try to make the relationship reading to be general, so you can read for any type of relationship, but yeah, so this is sort of coming through a little bit more particular. And yeah, so this would be to navigating a difficult moment together, and it actually ending up to be very liberating feeling. Okay, because yeah, because like that you have here with the conditioning. So interestingly, even though you got 3 cards from this tarot deck, which is a little bit more style, the art style is a little bit more like a traditional tarot deck, and you have also this version here, the Zen tarot. So you got the devil, but you got it with this specific deck. So it talks about conditioning almost more so, and this is something actually that it's possible to liberate yourself from. And it will actually help you to feel and be a lot more of your true authentic self, and to be a lot more in your power as a person, as a being. And yeah, so the thing is like that, though it's not necessarily always so easy to let go of conditioning, because when you're in it, you don't realize that you're in it. That's sort of how it works. That when you are in the devil energy, you might not understand fully that you're how much you've been affected by it, or that you are true, how deeply you are in it. And then it's only after that this is liberated from you that you can feel and realize how drastic of an improvement that is here. And that's what you have here with the vulture energy. The vulture comes as an animal which a totem which cleans up the negativity, cleans up the death and decay and the toxic and the rotting whatever flesh, and it actually cleans the environment, cleans the field of that influence. And so even though it's sort of relating with death, it's actually this creature which is like cleaning up after the aftermath of that, and then for the rest of the environment to have room to flourish, right, without this like rotting toxicity all around, you know. And then you have here this this king of cups. So interestingly, again, this is the vice versa tarot, and so it has two sides of every card. This is the more traditional king of cups, but you have here, this one is like it's daylight actually, and then there's a dolphin in the background. So I feel like this talks a little bit more about the joy and positive emotions and really positive feelings. And then you have these two 10 of pentacles here, and it's it's talking, yeah, so this is the sort of the more traditional 10 of pentacles, but this one here is specifically in reference to a pair bond relationship. And then on this 10 of pentacles, it's all these people celebrating together what they can create, like we are the world, like the way that we create the world, and we can create magic and such by all coming together. So to put all of those different puzzle pieces together into a coherent vision, we have, like, I'm sensing that you're going through a process, or they're going through a process, one of you is where they're something it's very difficult, challenging situation, right? But it's also necessary to go through because it's liberating you. It's like clearing out this negativity, and it's going to release like a lot more positive, joyful energy into your life. And importantly, it's really like strengthening your bond as a relationship. It's like going through a struggle together, and then you're much more deeply feeling bonded together through that you went through it together, you know what I mean? And you supported each other through a trying time, and it actually strengthens you as a couple. So that's really positive. And then, yeah, if this is the other interpretation, this is going to be the result. This is going to be the ending of what was perhaps a stable situation, but very toxic and not healthy for you. And going through the other side of it, of course, it's difficult, and you can have community support though, and you will find a lot more joy on the other side, a lot more healing for yourself as well. So either way, this is very positive. Of course, though, it's tower moments don't usually feel positive in the moment. They can be very difficult, challenging moments to go through, especially when it's clearing out devil energy, conditioning energy. But when you do get through the other side, it's just your life just feels so much better, so much lighter. It's worth it. It's worth the struggle, and that you will be able to find the support you need, whether that's from this particular person, or if this particular person is toxic for you, then seek support from a community. You deserve it, and you will find it if you just seek it. So yeah, I hope that's all. I mean, I'm sorry. I hope that's helpful for you. I think that's all that I'm seeing in this particular reading. So yeah, I'm going to end it here. Thank you very much for watching. If this is helpful for you, meaningful, you want to see more content in the future, then you can subscribe to my channel. And yeah, comment down below. I always like to read the comments. And if you like the video, like it, because that helps my channel to grow. Yeah, thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Greetings, pile number 4, and welcome to your reading. This is going to be a vibe check, energy check for a particular person, particular relationship. So go ahead and think of that person and keep them in mind while we get started. We have here first the fish. Will my camera focus? Okay. We have the fish oracle card. We have 6 of swords, and oh my god, it is so dark. Sorry about that. I live in a very northern place and it's the middle of winter, so it's just very dark all the time. It's difficult to do the lighting. I'm sorry about that. We have the magician. Yes. We have control, which is King of Swords. We have nothingness, which is the Hierophant. That's interesting. And we have completion, which is the world card. Okay. This is a interesting message. This can go again, like you're gonna have to use a little bit of discernment here to know which role are you. Are you the one doing this, or is the other person the one doing this? But you just apply it to your situation, how it makes sense. And yeah, I'm seeing that there's a theme going here of power dynamics, control, but also sort of relinquishing control, if that makes sense. Like sort of coming to a healthier realization about the nature of control in relationships. Okay, because we have like there's a few different factors. There's literally this card says control, of course, but then there's also the magician, which is kind of like the card of like taking your willpower to influence reality, right? So in a sense, this is a type of control, right? And then we also have here the 6 of swords, which is about the journey over water, or like the journey to a healthier mental state of being. And it seems like a process, an ongoing process that somebody has reaching a climaxing point of. The completion card, the world, it talks about, it's the end of the major arcana, the very last card, and it talks about reaching the finality of a cycle, literally the completion point here, and it's like the last puzzle piece is being put in place in the center of the third eye, and it kind of grants a just suddenly like new level of understanding. This is one of like those enlightening insight kind of moments here, or like a big realization. And you know what I'm seeing, it's like that the control is an illusion, or there is really no control over things, or like that control, like the results are just not being like overly controlling. It's the results are, yeah, it just doesn't get the results that they would even want, or you would even want, right? And so it kind of just goes into nothing. Anyway, the results are sort of nothing. And they maybe are, you are just maybe like giving that up entirely, just completely like surrendering to the flow. Because you have like the fish. The fish is interestingly like, it's very much about going with the flow, very much about going with the flow. And you have like with the water, like in this card, this with the 6 of wands, it's talking about, yeah, like that you move over this move over the water in a boat, and but it's metaphorically about moving to a healthier state of mind, a healthier psychology here. And with the fish reminds me very much of Pisces, very much about surrendering to the universe, surrendering to the flow of life, trusting that. And yeah, that you have with this magician card, like I was saying here, like it's almost like this person maybe, or you maybe, trying a little bit too hard to manifest, or well, this talks about manifestation, but it's more like trying too hard to like influence a person's behavior, or something like this, or micromanaging someone, or nagging, or something like this. And it's actually, yeah, like I could say, it could have maybe have even had like no results, or potentially even counterproductive results. And it turns out that the more wise way to maybe end up actually getting the results that are wanted is, ironically, to surrender the willpower, surrender the control over the situation. Just throw the hands up in the air and be like, you know what? Yeah, forget it. Like, this is just either going to go the way it's going to go, or this is just going to go the way it's going to go. And if it goes, or they're just going to be how they're going to be, right? But there's almost something like liberating or freeing, because like when there's not the pressure of the power dynamic being put on, then it actually sort of gives a lot more wiggle room, a lot more freedom for you or the other person, whatever, to evolve, or change in the more positive direction that is actually even being sought by being controlling, that the other person is seeking by being controlling, right? So this is a lot of those like paradoxical, mystical life lessons about the nature of control in and exerting your will over other people. And that sometimes the more heavy-handed way of doing that is actually not going to get the results you want, and maybe a more hands-off approach actually could get a lot better results for you. Yeah, that's sort of the message I'm seeing here. Now, with a caveat, of course, if you're in an abusive situation, please, of course, don't take advice from an online tarot reader. Seek help from your local authorities, from all of that. But so this is not talking about that type of situation, but it's more talking about, like, I'm thinking of this more in like smaller ways, like nagging or micromanaging, nitpicking, those kind of things, which that type of energy actually can have, like I said, negative or counterproductive results, whereas taking a more hands-off approach might actually work better. So I hope that has been helpful, meaningful reading for you. I hope it makes sense and you got something out of it. And yeah, please comment down below if you want to share, because I always like to read the comments. Subscribe if you are not subscribed and you like my style and want to see more content in the future. Like the video if you liked it, and that helps my channel to grow, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you next time, hopefully. Bye.